We're back with Christopher Cook of Alliance Insurance Services answering your insurance questions. All right, here's the first one. What type of coverage is needed to have rock PEX repaired or windshields replaced?
That is comprehensive coverage that we spoke about earlier. Windshields are getting very, very expensive because there's so much calibration and electronics in windshields now. But you need comprehensive coverage. Right.
Yeah, it used to be you would just get your windshield replaced, right? But now there's all kinds of things like because speed comes up in windshield sometimes or whatever else.
Right. Defrost is automatically in there. The things that show in my wife's car, I think you can see the radio channel that you're on somehow. It's crazy.
Okay. This question is, will insurance cover your car if it was hit by a police bullet?
I would assume that would be comprehensive coverage. I've not had that question before, but falling objects is covered by comprehensive, so I'm thinking that's where that coverage would come from.
Right, whether that's ice or a tree limb or a bullet or whatever it happens to be. Okay. This next question is failure in the roof flashing covered?
Yes. However, you get into this conversation we've had before about was it sudden and accidental? Failure in the roof flashing, I guess, could have been sudden and accidental, but if it's rotted out your underboards over the course of 2 or 3 years, then that's not going to be covered. And so there's a fine line there that you're going to have to talk to your adjuster about.
Because otherwise that's considered maintenance.
That's right.
Okay, all right. This person says, I have hardwood floors. I pulled my refrigerator out and it got damaged. The hardwood floors got damaged. Is that covered underneath my homeowners?
Most likely. I don't know that it would have done enough damage to warrant reporting because I don't know what your homeowner's insurance deductible is. I would advise viewers, we have to be careful about turning in claims that are right at or below the deductible, especially on homeowners insurance right now or just in general. But don't know what the hardwood floor situation is, but if it was $500 in damage and you had a $500 deductible, I certainly wouldn't encourage you to turn in a claim for that.
Mm-hmm. Now, if we're talking $10,000 or $7,000, maybe so.
Yes, yeah, that's different.
Okay. This person wants you to explain replacement coverage policies.
Yeah, so commonly, and this is a property insurance statement, homeowners policy. Most insurance agents and the companies that they represent want to insure your house for the replacement cost value, what it would take to rebuild that home. As we all know, the cost of what I like to say is bricks and sticks, but the cost of the materials has risen drastically in the last 3 years. So you may have built your house in 2018 for $150 a square foot. Well, today it's closer to $250 a square foot or even more in order to rebuild that house. So our desire is to make sure we can rebuild it in the event of a partial loss or, heaven forbid, a total loss. We want to be able to fix your house back the way you live in it today.
And replacement's a little bit more expensive than just a regular standard homeowner's policy.
What we call actual cash value, yes. So if you built your house for $200,000 in 1990 and you're still insuring it for $200,000 on an actual cash value policy, and a tree falls through the roof, well, there's no way you're going to have enough coverage to fix all that was damaged.
Gotcha. So you need replacement for sure to be able to do that, to know that you're going to be able to replace it no matter what. Otherwise,
Correct.
You're left holding the bag of however much it is left. Okay. This question is for a college student living on campus housing at the university, is the student's property covered on their parents' homeowners insurance?
Most homeowners insurance policies for the parents do extend coverage to their children away at college. Yes. Some companies have some smaller limits than others, and I don't think your viewers have quite enough time for me to explain all that. But in general, yes, your student on campus has coverage from the parents' homeowners policy.
Is it worth it to get renter's insurance when your kid goes away to school if they're living on campus?
I don't typically advise that.
Okay.
No. However, off-campus housing is super popular at all the universities in the system and the private universities in our state as well. And most of those student housing apartments, off-campus apartments, do require every student to have a renter's insurance policy enforced.
Okay. All right, I love this because this is the normal, what we get. If a neighbor's tree that has rotten limbs falls on your home, are they responsible or am I responsible?
I like to believe God was responsible, or nature, and we can't sue nature. So unfortunately, your homeowner's policy is going to pay that claim.
Gotcha. And I know that seems kind of counterintuitive. They're like, but it's your tree, and your tree was rotting and it fell on my house. So why am I the one who is having to pay for it?
It damaged your house. It damaged your property. Your homeowner's insurance policy would pay for it.
So does that mean that the insurance could go after that other person, possibly?
They could, if they could prove they were liable and they should have known the tree was dead, or you had notified them via certified letter that the tree was dead and that they should take care of it. Yes, there is a liability claim there, and I don't pretend to be an attorney. I would not be a very good one, but there's conversation around that there. But you're going to file it on your own homeowner's policy.